Here's the schedule for the regular season Group C of game day 12. This crucial game here with Peristeri and Mornar Bar and Nymburk and Nizhny. And Nizhny get a win and they will guarantee their progression to the round of 16. Mornar Bar backs to the wall, have a 4-7 record, 2 games back on Peristeri. There you can see it in that Group C standings. Obviously, Mornar Bar need to get the win on the road. Oh, here's the Mornar Bar roster. Lance Harris, the 2 games he's played, Mornar Bar have got the victories in both games. Coach Vasevic has added to that impressive backcourt. Obviously, with the loss of Jacob Pullen, Harris has emerged as the answer to that dilemma. Will Hatcher, it's great to see him in the lineup. He has recovered from the injury that he picked up at the weekend, and they will be so grateful that Will Hatcher has made the roster. Had a huge game in the come-from-behind win that Peristeri had in Bar. 23 points in that win. Tremendous performance by Hatcher in that game. Okay, just before tip then, both teams will be announced to the growing crowd. Mornar Bar have literally turned their season around. They had 5 losses earlier in the competition, under 10 points. They've been in every single game. And then they've just discovered this run of form, huge win over Bamberg last week that really has kept alive their hopes for that last 16 berth. And they suddenly have found a way to utilize the experience of players of the quality of Miko Belisha. And Uros Lukovic has done a marvelous job protecting the ring. Just 3+ blocks a game for the big Serbian. He really has begun to blossom as this competition has progressed throughout the season. But the Winmasters from Peristeri are on the edge, they're on the verge, they're almost there. They've got the 4th place under their control at the moment. It's theirs to lose as we approach the run-in to the last parts of the regular season. They are currently sitting there in 4th place. There's destiny in their own hands. Get the win at home. They're a tough team to beat at home. Tenerife has been here and got the win. And now they really do need Hatcher and Gray to get things going from the perimeter. Kingsley Moses had a double-double in that come-from-behind win. That was a tremendous performance on the road. A 12-4 run to close out the game in Bar earlier in the Basketball Champions League regular season. And they just took over the end of the game. They trailed most of the game, trailed by 7 at the half, still trailed at the end of the 3rd quarter. And when scores were tied with 3 minutes to go in the game, they just went on a 12-4 tear that just secured the win. And that pretty much summed up Mornar Bar's part of the season. They got themselves into winning positions, couldn't get over the line, and now they're on a comeback trail. Their performances in the Adriatic League have also picked up. They find themselves only 1 game out of the playoff spots, having had 2 wins back-to-back in either side of Christmas. They are on a roll, they've got form, and as we say, that performance over Bamberg was just a must-win situation for the Montenegrin club. So just going to get a look at the starting lineups in a moment. Also, you'll see the third team on the floor, the three officials. But Mornar Bar, Derek Needham in the backcourt leads this team in performance, second in points per game. Really does make everybody around him better. And it's always, it looked like it was really an issue for Coach Peristeri as to who was his best lineup. He really did tinker with lineups. Didn't really look like the players were comfortable in that. But then once you've got that right, once you've got the rotations working, Lance Harris has helped in the last two games. All of a sudden this team clicked because there's no question of the talent. And a Peristeri winmasters team maybe in a bit of a doldrum. Just come back to that in a moment as we take a look at the referees, because Musclé, Zafer Yilmaz and Benjamino Attar from France, Turkey and Italy respectively will officiate this game. Peristeri got the win at Panionios to go 11-5 in the Greek A1 League. They are third at the moment, or joint third at the moment. But Basketball Champions League-wise, they've stuttered a little. They look really a bit disjointed in the last home game that we covered. But here's the starting lineup for Mornar Bar. Harris and Needham in the backcourt. Ranias at the shooting guard spot really does know how to find the hoop, and no more experienced combination at the 4 and 5 than Milko Belica and Mruzaz Bejic on the inside. Both have played in some of the best leagues in Europe. And now in Montenegro, almost a go-home type scenario, get back to that part of the world, play in the Adriatic League for Coach Peristeri, and see if you can close out your career with some great performances. And the Basketball Champions League is where they want to make it happen. Have to get the win. Peristeri with a starting lineup. Isaiah Cousins now established here in Greece. Ioannis Agravanis at the small forward spot. Morea really does give them some quickness. And they got us Vasilopoulos at the power forward spot. Really does know how to distribute the basketball from that 4 spot. It's almost like having an additional point guard on the floor. And Stephen Gray, well, I think it's one of those scenarios for Coach Papanikolaopoulos. If Stephen Gray is in rhythm, then his team normally finds a way to win. And they absolutely need the win. This will take a huge step towards qualification for the playoffs if they can get the win at home here today. A loss, and it really does put them in a dogfight for the last place, pretty much the last place in this group. So the crowd a little sparse on the far side of the Peristeri arena, but they know how to make noise here. So Isaiah Cousins now really looks like he's comfortable after his move from Jerusalem, and Stephen Gray, that man in picture. But he got Vasilopoulos, number 21, Greek international, really does know what it takes to win these types of games. He's experienced, does what it takes, will do whatever he needs to do. Doesn't matter who gets the points for him, but he can contribute. But his ability to pass the ball from the 4 spot is a real factor. That matchup with Milko Belica will be interesting to watch. Gonna really one of those areas on the floor where you believe that the game could be decided. So welcome to Greece, wherever you're joining us from. Peristeri in the yellow, Mornar Bar in the blue, and it'll be the Montenegrin Ball Club that gets us underway. Needham will take the ball screen. Rolls, just about hangs on, finds himself knocked away by Vasilopoulos, and Gray just on the trail, will pass the screen. Cousins comes off the screen, nice entry. Maria with a high post jump shot is no good, falls over himself on the three-point line. No damage done. Good transition though for Peristeri. The sort of shots you'd expect to knock down. Poor shot, air ball for Belisha. And Cousins will get Peristeri into the half court. Quick tempo, a little quicker than Peristeri would normally come out. You know, he gets his feet set, thinks about it, turns down the three, moves it on. Run on, let's go to the far side of the ring for two. Super little finish for Agravanis. And ticks the scoreboard over and gives his team the first points of the evening. Needham puts it on the floor, drops it inside as it's with a ball fake. Goes up with the left hand, but they're going to call the travel. Should have gone up with some confidence. He had the clear opportunity, the Slovenian. Interesting to see if Bezic is included in that Slovenian lineup that will go to the Olympic qualifiers. If you read the FIBA websites, etc., great piece by Jeff Taylor talking about the need for Glazic to pull on the national team vest. Defensive rebound for Needham. Take a look at those articles as the interest in those pre-Olympic qualifiers will grow. Little push shot from the foul line is no good, but hunted down himself. Ranis will bring it out. Wants to be the instant scorer. 7 on the reset. Needham, little crossover, gets to the foul line, floats for two, is good. Quick move by Needham. Derek Needham just crossed it over and went to the foul line. Super quick for the 29-year-old point guard. Cousins thought about the three, puts it on the floor, gets to the far side of the ring in his own time for two. Really, defensively, you'd expect that drive to just disappear as Cousins took a long time to get going. Cousins picks up the personal, and we're back on the end line. Just checking out something on the table. Belisha at his own time, just comes down to the foul line. Quite sure what the delay is, but referee's not happy. So many things for, and we're good to go. So Mornar Bar on the end line. Belisha beats the pressure. He's the man to release it, and will advance the basketball. Goes all the way, coast to coast with the right hand. Vasilopoulos gets back and gets a piece of it. Cousins off the ball screen. Offensive foul called. Malayer, who's struggling with the interpretation of that pick in the last couple of games, very late on the movement, straight into Needham. And fine line between getting it absolutely right and literally walking through the defense, as Maria did. Derek Needham into the half court. Comes off the ball screen, feet set for the three, is off and way off. It's the second air ball of the night for Mornar Bar, team with so much offensive talent. Vasilopoulos will move it on. Cousins comes off the ball screen. Nice leg. Agravanis goes inside. Mornar has it, faces, puts it on the floor, gets to the middle, comes back to the right hand for the hook. Sweet little move, goes to 6-2 for Peristeri. Mornar's tough when he gets that deep. Super finish with the hook. Needham. And this for 2 is good. Nice pass though by Needham. Really did put it exactly where it was needed. Mornar with a little quick release on the hook from the block. And strokes that for 2. And Mornar gives that quickness. And three-point shot is away, and Gray just fills it up. Super high release. 11-6 start for the home club, and they are in super rhythm offensively. 5:30 to go in quarter one. They lead at 11-6. Harris baseline has to come out the other side. Takes the tough turnaround, gets to the front of the ring, and Mornar's a stats magnet at the moment. Comes down with a defensive rebound, and Cousins will find Mornar on the trail. Nice balance to this 5 on the floor here for Peristeri. Cousins with a tough one, whistle on the play. There's the penetration, and Needham just gets a little off balance. Picks up his first personal. And Isaiah Cousins will go to the free-throw line. First, and goes one for 2. And Peristeri with a nice first 5 minutes here. They need this 12-6. They've shared the ball really nicely, and have shared the points. Needham penetrate, kicks, and it's in the lane. Needs a pass. Really manufactured it, but he gets it. Can't get the finish away. And Mornar again just is quicker, sharper, comes down with a defensive rebound, runs the floor, needs it. Great job. Super pass, super recognition. And Yannick Mornar is the man of the first 5 minutes here. Peristeri with a 14-6 advantage. Mornar gets the defensive rebound, runs the floor, gets rewarded by Cousins with the pass. And Mornar this time charged with best. Vasilopoulos picks up his first foul. Needham leans back, gets the 2 away, but can't get it to drop. There's a whistle on the play as Vasilopoulos ends up in the front row of the seats. Must have been a hell of a push for him to go that far. Let's just say he made the referee more than aware. Milosevic picks up the personal. Great little penetration to the baseline, and Gray and Cousins combining really well in the backcourt at the moment. Cousins gets the 2 on that point, and they've opened up the double-digit lead. 6 from 7 from the floor. Lisha goes up. Mornar gets the block. What a great block. Great work, and another block. And Mornar just dominant on the glass. The ball will go back to Mornar Bar, but Milosevic blocked on the second attempt. She goes up with the first one, and there's the ball going out of bounds. And Mornar Bar get a 4.8 second third opportunity to try and get the scoreboard to tick over. They go inside, no good, and the ball is down. And Peristeri is just quicker to everything. Mornar is just all over the stat line. Cousins looks to get some space, moves it on. Vasilopoulos will hand it off. Gray Steps back, fires it up, is long. Defensive rebound is pulled in. Ernest gets it, and Needham. Mornar Bar. Need to spend some time with the basketball. Savage outside. We'll get it back to Needham. 10 on the possession. Guard on guard screen. Needham gets Mornar outside. Fires up the three. Is short. Defensive rebound is pulled in by Agravanis. Gray's wide open underneath. They don't see him. Cousins has it. Comes back off the pick. Looks to go inside. Mornar gets another touch. Again, works deep. Little ball fake. Steps through off the glass. Draws the contact. Tough little move. Get the coaching manual out. Watch the footwork. Steps through. Gets the contact. Can't get it to drop. Savage picks up his first foul. And Mornar and Peristeri are literally one step quicker than Mornar Bar in this first quarter. Mornar on the free throw line. Missed the first, chance to make the second. Peristeri have to take advantage here because they are so dominant at the moment. Still only lead by 10, make that 11. And substitution, Agravanis will check out, as will Mornar. Needham with just under 3 to go in the first quarter. Stops, pops, asks for the foul. I think he almost played to get hit as opposed to played to make the shot. Here's Cousins. We'll change the point, move it off to Gray, who comes off the down screen. Asudopoulos hangs on. Little floater for two. And Peristeri just can't stop scoring. 19-6, still 2:20 to go in the first quarter that they have dominated around his south side. Harris, they really are not letting Harris get a touch at the moment. Needham slices through, ball knocked away. Needham goes with a floater for two, can't get it to drop. Savage goes inside out. Harris strains the three. You've just got to scramble in those moments. Great work on the defensive glass. But Savage comes down with a defensive rebound, and Needham with 1:30 to go. Just trying to get a foothold in the game, really. Makota needs a pass, goes inside, but Savage is deep. Asudopoulos does a great job of bumping him off the block. Cousins finds Gray, who goes baseline. And reverse layup for two, a little spin off the glass. And Gray continues to shine in this first quarter. 21-9, Gray has 5 personal. Needham, no panic yet for Mornar Bar, plenty of time. Needham gets through, needs to kick, does kick, and it looks down for the feet at the three, is long. Ball goes out of bounds and will belong to Peristeri. And Vasilopoulos will rotate out. Isaiah Cousins will advance the basketball. They looked long after the missed three by Moses, and Needham will try and hold for the last shot. There's around a 4-second differential between game and possession time. Savage We're moving on. Marcotta puts it on the floor, goes to the far side of the ring, has it knocked away. Ball goes out of bounds, and with 2.2 on the possession, 6.6 on the quarter clock. 2.2 to get a shot away for Mornar Bar, and how they'd love to get this to go. Ramirez for three is long. Moses will come down with a defensive rebound. They're not going to get it away, and that'll do it for quarter one. Tremendous first period by the home club. A win will go a long way to advancing them to the last 16, and they lead it after one, 21-9. Wow, the man off the first quarter, Yannick Molea. Great replay of him running the floor. Gray's been, and Cousins have been great in the backcourt. They really have combined well. Asulopoulos, as we said right at the top of the game, one of those glue guys that hold things together, and Peristeri couldn't have wished for a better start to the game. Start of quarter two, the Greek club will have possession of the basketball. And Isaiah Cousins, who's got a great engine, get to sit, has the ball at the point. Cousins has it. Nice find. The open three is short. So Lustros can't get it to go. Needham will advance the basketball. Normal rotations for Mornar Bar is that Needham will sit down soon. They have got options coming in off the bench, but trying to find the right combination at the moment. Sahovic has it and kicks. Harris for three is short, doesn't get the roll. Ball hits the scoring equipment above the basket. Atcha has moved it on. Cuts. Gonna offer Cousins that three. Doesn't want to take it. Goes inside. Moses has it. Tries to work his way against Marcotta. Second move, needs a pass. Nice find. Great. Oh! Great find, great fake, great finish. And Peristeri can do no wrong. They lead at 23-9. And Skordilis just held his space and finished strong. Moses, nice find in traffic. Ball fake gets everybody in the air, and Marcotta's in the wrong place at the wrong time. And Skordilis throws it down. And when social media sees that dunk, Marcotta's in the wrong uniform, in the wrong place, at the wrong time. 23-9, one to come. Make that 24-9. Needham will get things into the half court. Harris has it. Nice find. Sahovic, nowhere to go, has to back out. And Peristeri's defense, got to close out the long on Harris, they do. Moses cleans up, and it's a defensive clinic at the moment for Peristeri. Rotations are good, their spacing is excellent defensively. Hatcher has it, the offensive end drops it inside. Oh, great little pass, and Moses follows for two. There's only one team playing at pace at the moment. It's the team in yellow, and Peristeri are just dominant. 10 for 17 from the floor, 26-9, they have the lead. Needham hangs on. Harris with the three is good, and they need Harris to get going. They need him to get going badly. Peristeri into the half court. Moses will release. Gillis will hand off. Again, they're just getting so much action out of the penetration. Ball's knocked away. Pavic charged with the personal. Ukota Pavic picks up the personal as coach Savage looks for a combination that's going to get him a foothold here. The long three is good. Oh, it's a beautiful first half here for Peristeri. Super execution. Pelas behind the screen just stroked it. 29-12, dominant at the moment. Marcotta ducks to the corner. Needham takes the tough lean away for two. And it's a little bit one-on-one orientated at the moment for Mornar Bar. Skoldilis goes up, right hand, doesn't get the drop. Needham has a chance to run, looks long. Great pass. Pavic for two is good. Back-to-back baskets for pretty much the first time in the game for Mornar Bar. Brings them back to within 15, and they just have to work their way back into this one now. Turnover, chance for Needham again to lead the break. Pavic down the floor. Needham gets run to the sideline, and the foul, taking one for the team. Zoes Karampelas. There's the personal, and Needham stopped in his tracks. And Mornar Bar with a chance to close this to 12 or 13 on this, 13 or 14 on this possession. And Malaya is back. Skoldilis sits down. Nice contribution for the big Greek on the inside. Needham takes the high post screen, moves it on. Zahovic long on the three. Great work. Pavic off the bench, coming up with real energy. Gets the putback. And Coach Savage was looking for someone to ignite, and that man is Ukota Pavic. 4 points personal. Will Hatcher moves it on, wide open. For the three is long. Defensive rebound is Marcotta, and Mornar Bar building a little momentum here. Trail 29-16. Needham attacks it. Gets deep in the lane for two, is fouled, and will go to the free throw line. And Caravan Pilas gets the personal. Now Peristeri must be thinking of timeout right now. Chances for a 6-0 run for Mornar Bar. It really does begin to bring them back into this. They will trail by 11 if Needham makes the two. Knocks the first one down. Second is good. Another stop now would make things seem a lot sweeter. Moses will hand off. Hatcher at the moment playing a little within himself. The quick three is good. And Caroline Bellas just stops the run in its tracks. Quick release, back-to-back threes for the point guard. Back out to a 14-point game. Needham has it. Harris needs touches off a set, steps back for the three, is short. Seems to be much happier when he gets it. Oh, they go upstairs, the quick layup for Moses. Sweet little transition play. back to a 16-point game, 5:02 to go in the first half. Timeout for Mornar Bar. And the 5-0 answer to Mornar Bar's run forces the timeout.
That's number 0, he's bad, but you cannot go under. And listen, why we don't make post up for catches? Catcher guarding him, you know. Fish down for him. Yeah, make the pass. Up. Možete da iskačete, ali drugi da čuva reket. Ili ja sam rekao van. Ajde.
4:30 now. Needham just quick 3 after the timeout. Ball's knocked loose, but Mornar again just quicker to it. Little ball fake, step through again. Super second move. And Mornar just putting on a clinic of big player footwork. Back out to a 15-point advantage. 71% from 2. Peristeri just efficient, understatement. Foul as Hatcher gets a little too physical down low. Well, Hatcher wants it the other way, but see the foul. Oh, Needham tried to feed it through with a bounce pass, turnover, 4-on-2 break, go upstairs and a throwdown. Mornar just caps a perfect first quarter for him. Super break, numbers down the floor. They were so good at the point of transition, and that sums up how good Peristeri have been. Their defense generated their offense. Needham tries to answer with a 3 and just fills it up, and then Mornar Bar always have an opportunity because they have so many players who can score. Needham goes to 12 points, half of Mornar Bar's total from the veteran point guard. Hatcher goes inside. Mornar again just torments the defense, doesn't get the 2. Better effort all round defensively, forces the jump shot. Needham turns down the pick, opens up baseline. He blows the layup, gets his own rebound, kicks it out. Harris doesn't take the 3, finds Needham again. 6 on the possession. Needham steps back for 3, feeling it, doesn't get the roll this time, and Mornar just comes up with yet another positive stat. $11 points, 5 rebound haul in the first quarter. Mornar off the glass for 2 is no good. Great effort by Makota defensively. Chance for Mornar Bar to run. Makota leads the break, gets to the front of the ring, doesn't get a look though. Needham, little floater for 2 is fouled. And we'll have Harris. On the free throw line. He'll step back to a 12-point game. Into the half court. Pelas turns down the ball screen, looks to attack, nowhere to go. Nice skip pass. Baseline penetration foul on the play as Blake went baseline. Blake getting his first taste of the court. Didn't have to foul, had him behind the backboard, no need to foul as Margosa picks up the personal. And Mornar Bar going deep into the roster to try and find combinations that are going to work. Gray goes down low, Molea. Marcotta tries to hold his space, takes one for the team, had a foul to give with 1:57 to go in the half. Didn't like the matchup. So Damir Marcotta just, I'll take one for the team. Try and force Peristeri to get their points from somewhere else. And now somewhere else is Gray, and he just fills up the three. Super little rhythm on the out-of-bounds play. Poor defensively, though. Just a straightforward come off the screen, catch the ball, shoot the ball. Gray has 8 points personal. Sahovic. Ranis gets to the corner. Marcotta, nice find. Sahovic, extra pass. Margosa doesn't get the drop. Great rebound, chance to run. Blake almost turned it over. And a 3-on-1 opportunity. Ranis broke it up, and Mornar Bar hanging on by the skin of their teeth at the moment. Sideline possession. Blake will inbound. Ball's moved on. Gray is long with a three. Chance for Mornar Bar to eat into this 15-point advantage. Right now, they'd take 10 at the half. If they could just score and get a stop, they would be more than happy going into the half the way that this first half has panned out. Ranis comes off this ball screen. This has to shake a little bit. Sahovic for three. Got it! Mornar Bar needed the three desperately. Cut it to a 12-point game. A stop and a score. And the Montenegrin club will feel they have really found a way to stay in this. Cousins looks to step. They offer him the three, puts it on the floor, nowhere. Nicks it to the corner. Gray is long. And they get the stop. And Mornar Bar chance to get it back to a 10-point game going into the half. Zahovic. And this tries to go guard on guard screen. They're going to stagger. His pops. Ranis steps through, goes inside. Marcotta inside out. Zahovic for three. He's no good. And there's still enough time here. Numbers down the floor. Great find. Blake for the three. Throws an air ball to finish the half. But that will not disappoint the faithful. Peristeri have come out in this first half, trying to take a huge step towards last 16 qualification. They lead it 41-29 at the half. Mornar Bar have found a way to hang in here. Only 29% from two-point range has absolutely given them a mountain to climb, but it's still a climb that they can make. They shoot under 30% on the half, whereas Peristeri just were hot. They shared the ball really nicely, and they've broken it out to a 12-point halftime advantage. Morea was just superb in that first half. 11 points. Gray had 8. Karen Pelas with the 2 threes. Part of a team clinic, both offensively and defensively, for Peristeri. We're going to show you some highlights of that first half A first half dominated by Peristeri. And we'll be back in around 10 minutes to see if Mornar Bar can come back and keep alive their chances of last 16 qualification, or do the winmasters take a huge step towards the last 16? We'll see you in 10.
On Jai. Oh, and a putback jam. in the corner. Steps back, makes a full over, nothing but net. Well, that is surely got to be a top 5 player in the Champions League.
Damien English not able to score. They pass ahead. Oh, what a slam by Foster. Big time play. Corbin says, I see ya. Throw down off the alley-oop for Chris Dow. He is starting to really have a positive impact for this team.
Oh, double hand spike. And out in the race is Crawford with the two-handed jam at the other end. Agiel with the big rejection.
Goodness gracious, what a great game he's having.
Tass in their own time, just trying to. Oh! The Kissick exploded and threw it down.
Dangerous pass. Well, they give up the baseline, and Silas goes in. He gets rejected by Pearl. Pearl defensively tonight has a couple of swats, and that one was right out of the top drawer.
And the lane goes, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Retin over Sohan, winning the lane, and he dunks over the entire Mornar Bar. Pavic on a poster. You gotta love it. Well, Retin over Sohan has put on a show this evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Roten left hand with a crushing dunk all over Hapoel Jerusalem right there. Just out of nothing, he took off and threw it down.
Welcome back to Peristeri. Graham leaders for Mornar Bar. Needham has 12. Will Savage with 4 rebounds. Needham with 3 assists. Needham has, in many ways, single-handedly kept his team within touching distance of this Peristeri lineup that just in that first half were just tremendous. Sometimes we have accused the Winmasters of being not really active. The tempo's not been aggressive enough, but they came out here very, very focused and found a way to really get this done, because they've really given themselves a huge opportunity with that first half to put themselves in prime position for qualification for the second round, the last 16 of the Basketball Champions League. So this second half is going to be crucial for Mornar Bar. They do not need to close this margin in the third quarter. They need to win the third quarter and give themselves a chance to get away from Athens with the road trip win. This is almost the direct opposite of the way the first game between these two clubs went in Mornar Bar, where Mornar Bar led at the half, led by 7, and a late surge by Peristeri gave them the win, a 12-4 end to the game for the Athens club, gave them the opportunity to come away with the win. Lance Harris, well, let's put it really bluntly, Lance Harris needs to get going offensively if Mornar Bar are going to find a way to win this. 3 points at the half. And they're not really finding ways to get Harris the basketball in areas of the floor where Harris can play. It's they're really leaving Harris too many things to do for himself, trying to create too much for himself as opposed to giving him screens, trying to find him ways to find him open. And the only 3 he's made has come off an offensive rebound and just a pass out, which has gave him the opportunity to get his first points of the night. So Coach Peristeri in that locker room has got to find a way to get basically get the ball to the right man in the right place. Belisha hasn't had touches offensively. They haven't found ways to get him involved at all, because he needs the ball, again, with a little bit of an advantage. He needs to get the ball mid-range. He's a very good mid-range shooter. Is that lack of execution by Mornar Bar? I'd like to think it's defensive execution by Peristeri, and their performance defensively was up there with one of the best performances. I've covered Peristeri 3 or 4 times this Basketball Champions League season. That's their best defensive performance that I can remember in this 4th Basketball Champions League season. Just before we start, just a reminder, if you want the information on all the teams, if you're a Peristeri fan, you want to find out how they're doing, who they're signing, where they sit, get the Basketball Champions League app, download that from your normal source, and you can follow this and every single game in the Basketball Champions League. Mornar Bar in the second half, first possession, Luka Belisha. And that's a nice matchup. We talked about that matchup right before the tip. Vasilopoulos that time knocks it away. How that could be one of the crucial matchups of the game. And at the moment, Vasilopoulos on points is just has the slight edge. Aranis needs a pass, finds a pass. Well, they missed the back cut for Harris. Aranis with no time has to throw up a prayer that's not answered. Cousins has it in the half court. Cousins and Gray look a nice combo. Vasilopoulos gets the little fadeaway, lean away 3, doesn't get it to drop. Aranis checks it down. And Mornar Bar need to start positively. It's only a 12-point game, and for all their dominance, Peristeri, it is only a 12-point game. Belisha, catch, release, drops the 3. And first score of the second half, cuts it to a single-digit margin. And Mornar Bar, as we said, have too much talent for you to relax on them. Gray stops, pops, doesn't get the two. Sahovic will advance it into the half court. Ivasevic gets Sahovic the handoff. Repositions on the screen, needs a pass. Harris steps back, takes the tough one, is long, and again he's asked to make the move. Offensive rebound for Mornar Bar. Ranis goes inside. Little wrap around. Harris nowhere to go, has to step back. 4 on the shot, gonna put it up. Sahovic for 3. Way off. And because he hit nothing, Ivasevic is saying it hit the underside of the ring. And no one agrees. Tried to do a very good job convincing everybody in the gym that it did. The drums absolutely relentless in this gym. Gotta love the atmosphere. Let's take a look. Well, no, that's just backboard. Poor shot. Mornar will hand off. Gray lines up the 3, is short. Ivasevic comes down with the rebounds. Sahovic in transition, looks to attack it early, steps through, drops it inside Ivasevic. And Vasilopoulos again gets a piece of it. The veteran just gets back in the play. Ivasevic just appeals to the bench, but at the end of the day, he had it, he lost it. Cousins will advance the basketball. Whistle. But it doesn't look like we're going to see any more in Edom. Feeling some effects. Had some heavy tape on that shoulder in the first half, but I'm not going to take any risks. Harris mishandles, turns it over. Gray, nice pass. Malaya outworks his opponent, draws the contact, and Ivasevic picks up the personal, and Mornar will always run the floor on this team because the team want to give him the ball. You know, the big man will always run. Just feed the big man. They called it unsportsmanlike. And I suppose from the wrong side, it had to be. Peristeri have lost a little sharpness in the start of this second half. 3 minutes into the half. Yet to tick the scoreboard over. Mornar to re-establish the double-digit lead. She does. And they will still have possession of the basketball. Aglavanis will inbound the basketball. Mornar has it. Cousins wants and just about gets. Almost knocks away. Nice look inside. Mornar far side of the ring is fouled. Pavic was late on the rotation. Fouls and sends Mornar back to the free throw line. There's the foul. Mornar disappointed he's not going up for the M1. Back on the free throw line. first again. Back out to 11, so back to where we were at the half. Mornar Bar would have stopped the bleeding, let's put it that way. They just need to build to get back in this. And it stops, fires up the three, is short. Great rebound, Pavic on the glass for two. And the big man off the bench again comes in with energy. Ten second chance points for Mornar Bar. It's in fact 43-34. Air ball as Pavic gets another positive stat, hunts down the rebound. 6 minutes to go in the third. Chance to cut this to 7. Zahovic for the easy two. And Peristeri forced to take the timeout. The start of this third quarter has all been about Mornar Bar. They cut it to 7. Mornar Bar trying to do to Peristeri what Peristeri did to Mornar Bar in the game in Bar earlier in the Basketball Champions League regular season. Come back from a halftime deficit. Great start to the third. Peristeri take the timeout.
It's a double pick, okay? On 31, it's a double pick. But first, go to defensive rebound, and now we believe that it's over. And we start shooting, we have no speed at all. Bring the ball fast now. Bring the ball fast. First offense is going to be head. Agravanis here, Yannick, Panagiotis, and Gray. Okay, Pete, you go out, you attack inside. Yannick diagonal here. In this moment, flare for Steve, okay? Let's go, Steve, let's go. Hey, steady.
Just picks up finger in the eye. Well, after all the quality in that first half, Peristeri have struggled in this second half. just cannot get themselves going offensively at all. 7-2 quarters so far. Neither team setting the world alight. Gray, nice pass. Oh, Vasilopoulos. Well, far be it me to give him too hard a time, but the 35-year-old just went up, couldn't get off the floor, hits the front of the ring. Zahovic moves it on. Branis attacks it, gets in the lanes. Oh, nice look. Well, Pavic gets the drop. All about the pass. He looked off the whole team. Everyone in the crowd took their head and shoulder fake. 5-point game. All right, Ambers goes inside. The jump hook is no good, and they are just struggling. No rhythm now. Half-time break has just killed this team. Inside, ball knocked away. Turnover again. Harris has it. 4-on-3 break, but they turn it down. Poor pass by Harris, but they hang on. Oh, tough finish on the reverse layup. Mugabalicha rolls back the year's trademark. Baseline penetration. Goes to 5 points personal. First made field goal. Gray. Nice look on the inside, in traffic, inside out. Vasilopoulos has it. 7 on the possession. Looks to back in, needs a little help. Nice pass. Skodilis down the middle. And Mornar Bar give up the first 2 easy points of this second half. 2:57 of the third quarter remaining. Zahovic. They have dragged themselves back into contention here. Under 10 on the possession. Zahovic hangs on. Wow, the long three. Pavic. Oh! The big man takes it on himself, just buries the three. And we've got a 2-point game, and Mornar Bar. Can't say enough great things about their character right now. Caroline Perez turns it over. Harris read that one. Could say like a book. Harris off the ball screen, kicks. Zahovic for 3, got it! And Mornar Bar, trailing by as many as 19 points, lead it by 1 with 2 to go in the third. And Peristeri have just gone to sleep. Pelas, little floater off the glass for 2. Zahovic has it. Important time here now for Mornar Bar. They can't go flat with energy. They've got to keep that energy level high here. Look up, Alicia doesn't get the handoff. Pavic just throws it out of bounds. Well, they look flat, they look tired. That effort of getting back in the game. And now we're faced with 1:30 to go in the third. Pavic from downtown knocks down the 3. And the big man has been great off the bench. Answered by Karen Pelas with the little soft 2. Referees just want to clarify something with the Peristeri bench. Another little delay. Well, you walk into that halftime locker room and you're thinking, we've done well, we've played well. Just have to maintain what we've got. We're moving the ball really well. We're getting points off our defense. And it's a completely different team that's shown up in this second half by Peristeri. Intensity level's gone down, pace of offense has dropped. So, coach Papanikolaopoulos goes to the bench. Hatchet checks in. They're trying to obviously protect Hatchet. Injury out before the game. Vasilopoulos. They find Gray. Thinks about the step back. Looks like he's going up with the 3. Drains it. Wow, we set at the top of the game. As goes Stephen Gray, as goes Peristeri. 1 from 5 though this quarter. Zahovic is fouled on the way through. There's the bump, there's the fill, there's the grab. Gray picks up his first personal because of called that in the act of. Chance to make this a 2-point game. If you'd have offered Mornar Bar 2 points in the last minute of the third quarter, they would have literally, they'd have bitten your hand off. They did really well in that first half, though, to hang in the game. Really well not to panic. Hatcher at the point. Gets the hand off from Vasilopoulos. Foul on the play. That'll be the 4th team foul for Mornar Bar. Salvage's first personal. Gray, they hard show. Marcotta looks to force him back to the help. She does. Gray steps through, wraps it. Vasilopoulos gets the 3. Great movement away from the basketball. When you need your veterans deliver. Oh no, they blow the layup. Sahovic all the way to the glass, just couldn't finish. Chance for Peristeri to open it back out to a 7-point advantage. Gray, nice find. Vasilopoulos puts it on the floor, steps back for back-to-back threes, and he fills it up. Panagiotis Vasilopoulos ends the third quarter with back-to-back threes. And Peristeri go back out, up 8, 56-48. Mornar Bar have to do it all again. Is there enough in the tank? You've got to doubt whether they do have enough in the tank. 41% from 2, they've improved that. 30% from 3, that's going in the right direction. But Peristeri, have they weathered the storm? Are they ready to close this out? 10 minutes will give them a huge win as they push to make the last 16 of the Basketball Champions League. Start of the fourth. Peristeri trying to close this one out, leading 56-48. They've withstood that little comeback by Mornar Bar. Now Moses finishes the play well. Jelenic gets a little contact. Salvic, Jelenic to the corner. Nice pass to the inside. Alicia with a flash to the low block, gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Marcotta with a nice pass. And Salaloshklos was either late on the help or got beat on a front cut. Miliko Balicha on the free throw line. It's 35 now. Huge career. for this team. 13 points per game, 13 rebounds per game, 13 assists per game. He just does a little bit of everything. Or in fact, he does a lot of everything. 8-point game as Hatcher advances the basketball. Felicia goes 7 personal. Will Hatcher. Moses will reverse it. Nice cut to the high post. Vasilopoulos just passes it away from the defense. Just a super pass. It's a heady pass. Moses had the seal. No point trying to throw it to Moses. That brings Damar Marcotta back into the play. Pass it away from the defense. Tell Moses go get it. Moses had gone to get that easy too. Just a little slow to react. 8-point game on the baseline. Oh, my word. Salustras with an old trick. Off the back of the defense, back to himself. Well, you love it or hate it, you got to admire it. Salustras completes the 3-point play. He's just making sure that Graham Blake and Ivan Jelencic just play basketball. Zahovic puts it on the floor, steps back. Lesnich with a tough 3, is short. Hatcher chunks it down. Ball's knocked away. Ranis nowhere to go. Gets to Jelic with a 3, is short. Great rebound, Ranis. Zahovic, they get a 3rd look at it. Far side of the ring. Will have to earn them from the free throw line. Ten-point game. Zahovic tries to get it back to single digits, which he does. Will Hatcher will advance the basketball. Tries to turn the corner, kicks it to the corner, gets it back, moves it on. Vasilopoulos. Oh, nice look, but couldn't collect with Moses. Vasilopoulos moves it on. 5 on the possession. Hatcher. Vasilopoulos just goes for 3 threes in a row. Can't get it to drop. Defensive rebound. Reyes does a great job on the glass. Mornar Bar just won't go away. Zahovic penetrates, spins, kicks, open 3 is just buried. Alicia coming to play in the second half. Back to a 6-point game. They just will not lie down. Alicia goes to 10 points personal. Will Hatcher attacks the middle and kicks. The open 3 is short. And Blake can't get anything to go offensively. Big possession here for Mornar Bar. 7:30 to go. Zahovic needs a pass. Belicia's your man. No, a little give and go. Tough finish by Zahovic. Wow, the tempo just froze the defense. Well, if you thought this was going to be a blowout after a tremendous first half, Mornar Bar, as we said, too much experience, too much talent to lie down. So much resting on the game for them. Moses has it in the block, going baseline. Help comes. Foul called on Belicia on the penetration. Second foul for Belicia. He'll take a short spell. Sure, he'll be back shortly If he's not, he should be. Vasilopoulos sits. Mornar and Moses together on the inside for Peristeri. Hatcher comes to collect. No Gray, no Cousins in the backcourt. Hatcher tries to find a little hole, gets to the far side of the ring. Soft touch for two. Manufactured an angle. Great little finish by Will Hatcher. Zelenic relieves the pressure, gets his team into the half court. Marcotta out top, will hand it off. Ranis fires the three. Well, great rebound again. Pavic again gets inside position, and Pavic has had, well, is having a night of his life type stat line. 14 second chance points for Mornar Bar. It's a 4-point game, and you've gone 14 for 2 on second chance points. That's a big stat. Foul on the play. Marcotta is late and reaches. Just goes through the back of Malaya. Mornar and Marcotta just both telling the referee it's the other man. 63-59, 6:06 to go. Great recovery. Ranis gets it alive, and Marcotta cleans up. 4-point game. Peristeri, Sahovic. You're going to go double dribble on that one. So Lustros does a really nice job pressurizing that. Picks it up. Has to go again. Sahovic has been so good since Needham was too hurt to take part in the second half. Hatcher needs a pass, goes inside. They dump it down to Moses, who can't handle it. Mornar turns it over. And again, Mornar was so good in that first half, was doing it all. And they've just changed the tempo of the game. Pavic now beats the press on the dribble. Sahovic has it. We'll get a screen from Pavic. Sahovic gets to the foul line, in the lane. Little floater is fouled. Will go to the free throw line. Chance to cut this to a 2-point game with 5:29 to go in the fourth. Well, it's game day 12 of the Basketball Champions League. 3 game days, 12, 13, and 14, to decide who will make it to the last 16. And Peristeri at the moment in that fourth qualification spot. Mornar Bar trying to make that late run to give themselves a real shot at postseason play. 2 for 2 for Sahovic. We've got a 2-point game. And we've got half the fourth quarter to go. Well, we've reached it in a different way, but with 3 minutes to go when the two met in Bar, it was a tied game. With 3 minutes to go, both they were locked. That's 61 points each, and we're pretty much the same now. 63-61 on that occasion. Peristeri went 12-4 to win the game. Gray goes inside. Mornar goes to the right hand hook. Hesitated in the first half. He didn't hesitate at all. Sahovic off the screen, kicks. Marcotta decides to throw up 3. And no blue shirt apart from Ranis went to the glass. Hatcher going baseline. Great defensive effort by Sahovic. They switch the screen, look it inside. Mornar has it. Feels the double team, backs away. Great rotation, Ranis read it. Just needs to find the open man. Sahovic thinks about the three, fires the three, short. And Moses cleans up on the glass. Well, Mornar Bar had a big opportunity to lead the game on that three. In the lane, Mornar can't get it to drop. Moses on the glass is going to be charged with the offensive foul. Well, the loose ball foul. Marcotta should walk the floor to shoot the three throws. Four minutes to go. Moses picks up his second foul. Peristeri will take the timeout. And when we come back, Damir Marcotta will be on the free throw line to tie the game.
Odmah za njim, čistiš tamo, jasno. I sad gledajte, kad izađeš odavde, ako imaš ustima, ako nema Vukota, samo malo širine, samo malo, ajde. Gledaj, i onda pupi. Ona naša stara, Vuk. Ajde, slobodno igraj. Ajde, ljudi, samo na stara, ajde, dobijamo ovdje, ajde.
But they go back with Vasilopoulos to try and close this game out. But yes, thinks about the three, is fouled, and he'll go back to the free throw line. Hatcher with the personal. It's just an amazing thing, momentum in games. Peristeri had complete control, had really getting options they wanted. They were shooting phenomenal percentages. Mornar Bar couldn't buy it. And now Mornar Bar go 0 for 3 from the free throw line. Make that 1 for 4, and they close it to a 1-point game. And in the second half, they started flat. Mornar Bar lose Needham, who looks like he has an injury. And all of a sudden, the game changes. Now Mornar Bar right in it. Wanting one trip to the free throw line for Peristeri in this fourth quarter. 10 trips for Mornar Bar. Hatcher comes off the Moses screen. Back in the game, Pavic goes to help. Gray with the tough runner, who's short. Moraz on the glass, can't get it to go. Just an effort. Ranis has it, needs to give it up. Stolen. Great hands by Gray. Has a 24-second in that half, and they should take every moment they can to get a shot they want. Hatcher finds Vasilopoulos, short. Great scramble, great effort. Jelenic charged with the personal. And now it's Peristeri's turn to go to the free throw line. And the free throw woes, the pressure. It's that stat that never improves. It's the pressure of the moment. Every other stat around this game improves. Field goal percentages, three-point shooting, everything improves. But free throw shooting, pretty much what it was years ago. It's just the pressure of the moment. Harris is back. 2-point game. Pavic has it. Sahovic will advance it over the timeline. into the half court. Alanis off the double screen. They turn it down. Sahovic attacks it. Gets the two. While everybody's playing, Alanis. The foul was called. I'm not really sure the whistle was a bit... There's the foul. Gets fouled twice, finishes the play. Everyone's trying to get through the stacked set for Alanis Sahovic with great recognition. Takes the strong drive, gets the two and one, and has a chance, remarkably, to give Mornar Bar the lead with 2:56 to go in the fourth. Sahovic completes the three-point game. Mornar Bar, you cannot say enough thing about the character of this team. Really have turned it around the second half of the regular season. 19 points for Sahovic. What a performance off the bench. Gray puts it on the floor. Looks for a little bit of separation. Gets the hard show from Pavic. Great leads. Veselopoulos for three. Got it! The veteran. Ice in the veins. Steps up. Lifts from the weak side. Knocks down the three. And Veselopoulos on 3 from 6 from the three-point line. Goes to 11 personal. That's the first three they've made in this quarter. Sahovic will move it on. Harris. Sahovic takes the ball screen, fills a little double team. And they're gonna reset to full team because Gray played a little football with it. 2-point game. Sahovic comes off the high screen, gets deep, ball's knocked away. And why wouldn't Veselopoulos be the man to be in the right place at the right time? Hatcher into the half court. Gonna work for a good shot here. Extra pass. Sloppers penetrates. Gray on the penetration. Floater for two is long. Blishak comes down with a defensive rebound. Harris has it. 2-point game, 1:30 to go. Harris. Alicia looks high-low. Sahovic is fouled on the quick post-up. Hatcher will commit the personal. Sahovic will go back to the free throw line to tie the game. Gets it deep. That's what he does really well. Goes deep enough that Hatcher can't just bump him off the block. Holds his space. Now he has to make the throws. Makes the first. Sahovic goes 2 for 2, and we have a new ball game of 1:28 to go in the fourth. Hatcher into the half court. Veselopoulos, how important has he been as this game ends? Hatcher for three. In and out, defensive rebound. And why wouldn't it be Pavic? The bench has been phenomenal for Mornar Bar. Sahovic, Pavic, off the bench, huge performances. Alicia will try and take the hand off. Veselopoulos chases. Ranis, 5 on the possession. Ranis stops, pops, they're gonna call it offensive. Surely they could have got something a little better than that. Pavic picks up his full foul. Peristeri will take the timeout. Do you want to shorten the game or lengthen the game here? You can run it either way. Let's take a listen to the timeout.
Panayotis, we put the ball in, okay, for 2 hands. Use one help it. Panayotis will be on the left side, here. We play 31. 5, Gray and Salou here. They will top load. They will top load, okay? Immediately hands, hold the ball. you don't pass. And after the top block, you go, you set one, good pick to his right, and you dive for the basket. Here is top block. Vasilopoulos here follow.
Well, it really is a deja vu moment in the ties between these two teams. In Bar led early. Peristeri came back. In Peristeri have led early, Bar have come back. It comes down to this. Will Hatcher has it. Peristeri have the basketball. 50 seconds to decide who gets the win. Crucial game here. Hatcher looks inside, drops it to Morea, and one. Felicia was late. Morea just finishes the play. It's back to the first quarter performance. Quick dive. Felicia's late. Great finish by Morea. Chance to make this a 3-point game with 43 seconds remaining. You'd think Mornar Bar will take the timeout and advance if he makes the and one. Morea completes the play. Well, they don't take the time. They're going to go to full length on it. Sahovic guarded by Gray. Harris. Great work on the glass. Pavic will foul out. There's the foul. And that's a great performance by Vukota Pavic, the 26-year-old 203 center. Will take no further part. Marcotta will step back in. Still more than enough time, but this is crucial. One of the 2 free throws will make this a 2-possession game. And Christos Salostros goes 2 for 2. 5-point game. And Mornar Bar will take the timeout and will advance the basketball. They need a quick shot and a stop, and they still have a chance. They've come back in this game so often. No one should write them off. Mornar Bar struggled from the field throughout the game. Still only at 36%, 45% for Peristeri. It's not done yet by a long, long way. Mornar Bar have been down and out in this game numerous occasions. Now they have another shot at it. Sideline possession, 25 seconds to go. They're down 5. They need to quickly score. Got to get it in first. Just about beat the 5 count. Sahovic goes strong off the glass, blows the layup. Great battle on the glass, ball stolen, and Peristeri have it. And now that should do it. Peristeri have taken a huge step forward. They have withheld a tremendous second half comeback by Mornar Bar. Mornar Bar running out of options to qualify. Needed the win. didn't get the win. Peristeri withstood that second half comeback and win it 72-67. And Mornar Bar are going to be frustrated, not just about tonight, but about the Basketball Champions League regular season. Clearly, they have a team that compete, but losing too many close games has left them out of the qualification places with 2 games to go. Peristeri, Morea early was just phenomenal, and it was so fitting that he had the M1 play to confirm the win. By the gym, not exactly full, but the noise from the fans on this side of the court has been relentless. Big win for Peristeri. A bounce back from a couple of setbacks in the last few weeks in the regular season. Perform well at home again. And get the win, 72-67. They shoot 50% from 2, 36% from 3, 26% from the three-point line. In the end, really undermine Mornar Bar. Neither team will be that happy with their assist numbers, only 14 and 13 respectively. But Peristeri have something about them. Morea has just been, he's just one of those players that really helps you in so many ways. Vasilopoulos, as we said at the top of the game, the veteran was going to be a key factor, and he was. That's a big win for Peristeri. Another great night of Basketball Champions League action in Greece. And Peristeri, huge step forward towards the playoffs. For now, and another Peristeri win. It's good night from Greece. We hope you've enjoyed another great night of Basketball Champions League action.